I think that's like a reasonable one.
Try eating with your toes?
Dude, have you tried eating your toes?
Grab the spoon.
As a kid, I did that, actually.
Like shove like your big toe in your mouth. Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah, it's great. Oh, boy.
Welcome back to the dimecomicbros podcast. I'm your host, Colin.
That doesn't look half bad. Jacob, make some screeching noises or something. Accurate. He's channeling his inner Colin.
I have missed Colin. It's been a long week without Colin.
Without me?
I've missed you.
You've missed me? What have you missed me? Did you see me last weekend?
No, I was through a computer screen. I couldn't touch you there.
That's true.
I miss
I have admittedly started having more Colin-isms lately, and I'm not comfortable with that.
Isn't it good?
Hilarious.
It's happened many, like...
He's just driving along and he'll go, ah! For no reason.
I think he's been doing that before we started hanging out.
It's just gotten worse, and it's around other people, and like usually
you just like let your tics out. You stop masking.
Yeah, basically.
So basically, what it is to be me is that I'm retarded and like I don't mask. I just am.
This is
retarded.
true.
Why buy a comic that might cost more than a dime? Come meet the brothers who are here to waste your time.
Colin is joined by Spencer. Say hello, Spencer.
Hi, Spencer.
And Jacob. Hello. That's me. We are here, back again. It's the boys. In the same room. Two of them sharing a bed. I get my own seat. Because
You're on a little
I don't
toadstool.
like being touched. We are... Spencer just touched my knee. We are here for a news week. And to start us off, Colin... When he's done touching my other knee...
I'm trying to grab his pinky. Well, let me hold his pinky.
Why is pinky?
I don't know, because I think it's funny. It's
Hold
tiny.
on to his big thumb.
Because it's
then you'll look like a child holding on to his dad.
That's why I'm holding on to his pinky. From StarWars.com, Yoda? You seek Yoda? And soon, readers can explore a new chapter in the Jedi Master's journey with the Marvel Studios... with the Marvel Star Wars Yoda miniseries. Just announced at Star Wars Celebration Anaheim 2022, the new comic is set in the moments before Luke Skywalker's arrival on Dagobah in Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, as the Jedi reflects on his life and his regrets. Told in 3 arcs by 3 writers, Cavan Scott, Jody Hauser, and Mark
Guggenheim.
Gunga. And Mark Guggenheim, the series will hurtle back in time to take readers to key moments in Yoda's life during the prequel era, and with the first story set in the High Republic as he ruminates on the past. Illuminati. Yeah. Whoa, guys!
Yoda's part of the Illuminati.
Illuminati confirmed. Illuminati's on the past, with covers from Phil Noto, artists Nico Leon, Luke Ross, and Alessandro. What? I'm having a stroke.
I'm pretty sure it's Alessandro.
Alessandro Miracolo will illustrate the 10-issue run. Okay, so Alessandro Miracolo will illustrate the 10-issue run. Star Wars Yoda #1 arrives in October. I don't care.
Wow.
Okay, I feel like we've been doing this for a long time, where Star Wars is just filling in every single butthole and
this
crack.
Is true.
And I don't really need to know what I really didn't need to know what Kenobi was doing, but like I love Kenobi and Ewan McGregor so much that I wanted it. Yoda is kind of like the same thing, but I still don't want anything from Yoda in that time. I don't care.
Especially with it starting in the High Republic and then going to his exile on Dagobah. It's like...
I don't know, it's a weird jump. I don't like it.
It seems like a very boring story. Like, what are you really going to do to keep it exciting?
Yeah,
you guys haven't checked out the High Republic stuff, that's for sure. There's a lot of crazy... There's a lot of good shit up there.
I think you should eat my shit.
Okay, I do agree with you, but if they're gonna fill in stuff, honestly, I would rather have them do it in like the comic miniseries rather than like more TV shows or animated properties. It feels it's less grandiose, but it's nice that I can put it on a shelf and like pick it up if I want to, or you can just kind of ignore it. I don't know. When it's the shows, it like dominates the conversation when new stuff comes out or whatever.
That's why I'm... Well, okay, fine. I'll be grateful that it's not in the show. In a show.
You have a valid opinion. I'm so proud of you. Also, Colin dropped hot coffee on himself, I think.
I stepped on something and
Oh,
it
you
hurt
stepped...
my little baby feet.
Aw, you have little baby feet.
Yeah, can you get it better?
No!
I got so close to his face.
You almost put your toe in my eye. That's my already damaged eye. Don't
You
do
have a
that.
damaged eye?
Yes, you don't
Can I
remember
flick it?
that? No, you don't.
I've gotten so much worse. I'm sorry. I can't.
No,
Okay, ready? Ready?
No! During Star Wars Celebration Anaheim 2022, Lucasfilm released the first trailer for Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 2, streaming exclusively on Disney Plus this fall.
Fuck yeah.
Cody. That's all I really have to say. I'm excited to see what the fuck Cody's been doing.
I like their armor.
It also does look nice.
I do
It does
like
look quite nice.
I do like the black and like red a lot, but I like that they have orange in this like lighter gray because it just it doesn't have to symbolize anything huge, but it does.
No, it just
what
is
what
just...
it looks like to me is that they're just moving forward into their life.
Yes. I
had a thought about Bad Batch this morning while watching this trailer. I like that it's more focused on this one plot line. It's very focused on one thing. It knows it's one goal and it's achieving that. Whereas the Clone Wars was kind of all over the place, following Obi Wan, following Anakin, following Ahsoka, following the clones, like
Following the wills, following the Force.
It definitely followed the Force. Now, for sure, I think it was simultaneously the strength of the Clone Wars was the fact that it got to go through so many characters, but it was also the weakness because then, you know, everyone has like their favorite arcs because all the arcs also got broken up over time and whatever. And it's like, okay, the clones were always the highlight and like the Jedi stuff, but there is a lot of other stuff in the middle, you know? It was nice that they just decided, here, to put the clones on their own show and like just have the clones. Also, we're getting... Oh, I can't remember his name, but the Wookiee Jedi youngling was from the Clone Wars, and that's not...
I can't remember.
Can't remember his name, but that's nice.
Yeah, the Clone Wars are cool because they made Obi-Wan look even more like a spy. I know in Episode 2 of Star Wars, we kind of got this... It was supposed to be this noir take, and like he was already like a detective, whatever, but like they added that even more.
He did that so... That was some of the best stuff, was the Jedi being so morally ambiguous and going undercover and doing assassinations all the time. That stuff was fun.
I am a disappointment in many ways of life, but in the way that I wanted to be done with Clone Wars and Rebels by the time this show comes out, and I don't think that's going to happen. Yay me.
I mean, you got over the summer. You can finish. Did you finish the Clone Wars yet?
No.
Oh, never mind.
And you're just watching the Rebels.
I think I'm on season 4. I'm like halfway through it.
Well, you'll be able to breeze through the next 3 a lot faster because they're a lot better.
And they're like
also,
in perfect order.
Yeah, they're also a lot more straight. So you don't have to keep flicking through Disney Plus's horrible user interface.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's awful. From VanityFair.com, Jude Law will star in a new Disney Plus series set in the galaxy far, far away, opposite a group of 4 lost children trying to make their way back to their home planet. The show, titled Skeleton Crew, was formally announced at Star Wars Celebration Anaheim. Vanity Fair's recent cover story, Star Wars: The Rebellion Will Be Televised, revealed that it was being executive produced by director John Watts and writer Chris Ford, who worked together on Spider-Man: Homecoming for Marvel. Quote, "It's the story about a group of kids about 10 years old from a tiny little planet who accidentally got lost in the Star Wars galaxy," Watts told the crowd. "It's the story of their journey trying to find their way home."
I think Jude Law coming into Star Wars is hella sick, and I think this is a nice concept that will hopefully stay the fuck away from anything having to do with the Skywalkers.
It definitely sounds like its own idea with like no strings attached to anything else Star Wars, so
that's cool.
Yes.
From comicbook.com, Star Wars is ready to bring another original series to life thanks to its most recent order. Following rumors of its announcement, Star Wars Tales of the Jedi has been announced at last. Star Wars Celebration 2022 confirmed as much for fans, and now netizens are hunting high and low for details on the project. At the official panel came word that the series will feature 6 episodes and include characters from across the Star Wars prequels, including Qui-Gon Jinn, with Liam Neeson returning to voice a character, Count Dooku when he was still a Jedi, Mace Windu, and Anakin Skywalker, and yes, Ahsoka. The series debuts later this year on Disney+. Quote, "When I fly back and forth working on The Mandalorian, I'd write stories on the plane to pass the time, and I got this story," end quote. Dave Filoni said at the panel, quote, "I wanted to explore some characters and base them in ideas I had while making the Clone Wars. That wouldn't be a full show," end quote. "The series will be a variety of shorts with 3 of them specifically focusing on Ahsoka. Others will include episodes set with the Jedi Temple and a reunion between Anakin and Ahsoka." Whoa.
Absolute nuts.
Whoa.
This is what I want.
I thought we were getting like a long show
No.
of young Qui-Gon Jinn and young Count Dooku.
I think they've already mined enough of that in the books that they probably wouldn't want to, but I'm glad we're getting more of it. Because honestly, that's like my favorite time period is the transition between Yoda, Dooku, Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan right into Anakin. Like, that is... There's so much good drama in there. It's really... Oh, this is exciting. Also, it's like
Cinema.
It's also kind of a natural evolution of the Clone Wars, because this is going to be an anthology series, but it's actually short episodes, and it's a limited series instead of it being an ongoing anthology. Also, it's just cool that Dave Filoni writes scripts on a plane. It's like, Lamau, what if Ahsoka was a baby?
I love that.
It's flagged as anime from the source website.
That's weird. It's not. There's photos from Celebration. It's just advanced Clone Wars tech.
Okay, all right.
It's the same style.
All right.
It's, yeah.
Basically, I didn't know if
technically it is anime.
It
I
is
didn't know if it was going to be like the Legends or whatever that freaking show was, where it was like hardcore anime.
No, Visions is coming back at some point as well. But
I want to rewatch some of
no,
those.
technically, to be fair, Clone Wars is anime inspired a little.
No, I get that.
A little bit.
Well, it's straight out, George Lucas said, yeah, it's anime.
I get that.
Yeah.
I know all this.
Good.
But I
You
didn't know how anime it would be animated.
Oh, just like Rebels, pretty much.
That's
It's
perfect.
But judging by the photos that they put out, it's just what Clone Wars Season 7 looks like.
excellent.
Warner Bros. and DC.
Warner Bros. And DC have released the first trailer for Black Adam, as well as its first batch of posters. The movie is coming exclusively to cinemas October 21st. I got you, bitch!
Colin just wanted it because it was one paragraph.
Yeah, exactly.
Like 2 sentences.
Yeah, and I was looking at the order. I'm like, dude. Okay, I don't have to do that one.
So I want to start with the main poster because it does that single character in a silhouette with just the movie text, and I'm really into those types of posters. They're actual, like, they're not the stupid floating head posters. But anyways, no. So there's like a bunch of the like artsy fartsy ones.
Yeah,
and then there's
like
the
the
main
artsy-fartsy ones.
Those ones are nice too. I mean like the main poster. It's like the Man of Steel like silhouetted with all the shadows with just the emblem sticking out. Like it's like kind of like that. It's in that vein of simple character posters. I like it.
Like this one?
Yes. It's not gorgeous, but I like the concept at least.
It looks like some of the TV promotional stuff for like oh my gosh, CW shows. It looks very similar to some of those.
I guess maybe I don't know.
Like you could replace the DC logo with ABC.
Maybe I don't know. More shadow would have been cool, but whatever. The trailer looked really good. The only thing I'm trepidatious about is the fact that it looks like it's set in modern day, and I don't like that.
It's weird that they're establishing him as a villain and trying to make him a hero in the movie. It's like he's supposed to be a villain?
He bounces back and forth.
I was surprised
He kind of just does his own thing.
how many characters are in the movie, though. I was like, that's
Yeah.
So-
I'm fine with him being in modern day, but it's more like, because obviously his origin is X thousand years ago, whatever. But like the JSA looking like they're in modern day is kind of weird, especially for the DCEU, because like there's no real precedent for that. whatever, I'll get over it, I'm sure. But it does visually look really good. Also, Hawkman has a real helmet on. Marvel Studios, please take note. The suits look gorgeous.
There was a lot of effects in the way. I couldn't tell with Dr. Fate, but...
Dr. Fate definitely looks pretty good. I just like it looks like it's going to be in the vein of, like, an Aquaman. Like, it's a tongue-in-cheek... It is a big, dumb movie, but, like, there's enough... Clearly, there's a lot of shots that are, like, spoofs on other superhero movies where it's, like, it's not a spoof movie, but, like, it's aware of the fact that, like... I mean, even, the tagline is, like, oh, they wanted a hero, they got this guy. Like, I like that. I hope it lands well, because if the comedy doesn't land well, I'm gonna hate it.
That's definitely where the whole movie's floating, is like, it could be good or it could be shite.
That is true. Exclusive from Deadline.com, Marvel Studios' top secret Thunderbolts movie looks to have gained momentum as Deadline has learned that Jake Schreier is set as director of the new Marvel tentpole. Black Widow scribe Eric Pearson is penning the script with Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige producing. What? Kevin Feige producing an MCU movie? What? Not much is known about the plot of the film other than it revolves around a group of villains who are sent on missions commissioned by the government. Another element that remains vague is which characters will be part of this team since the film is technically still in development, though sources say Marvel has been in touch with certain individuals who are already a part of the MCU to make sure to keep an opening in their schedules for next summer when it shoots. That said, some of the characters who could potentially be appearing in the film include Baron Zemo, Yelena Belanova, Ghost, Taskmaster, the Abomination, U.S. Agent, and the Winter Soldier. Everyone kind of saw this coming because we've had so many of these characters recently, and we have Valentina De Fontaine, who's clearly going to take like Ross's point because her has passed, so that's not happening, obviously. If they resurrect him with CG, I will not watch the movie.
Wait, say that again?
The actor who plays Thunderbolt Ross died.
Who's that?
Mustache Man.
Oh, the government guy.
Yeah.
Oh, when did he pass?
Earlier this year, I think.
Whoa.
We talked about it briefly.
Damn, that sucks. If they CGI him into this fucking movie, I'm done with Marvel.
Yeah. If they go, hey, we do have some leftover footage, and they use the footage in like the way that the footage was meant to be used, I'll be fine with it. But if they do resurrect him, like, no. I don't think they will, though, thankfully. But I think clearly they were setting this up for, like, a while now. I think this is our Earth-based threat problem, because we have the incursions, and then we have whatever's going on with the Celestials, and then we have, like, the Earth crap. And I think all of the Earth crap is going to coalesce around this, potentially. Just an idea. This is a surprise to no one.
Netflix released a short teaser trailer for The Sandman to announce the upcoming show's release date, August 8th. Or you could say 8/8.
Morbid time.
Nice.
Did you say more hentai?
No, he said Morbid time. We will not be doing the Morbius jokes on this show, please. They're all
Morbid time!
They're already dead. The Sandman actually looks really good, and for a Netflix adaptation, that's saying something, because usually they're I'm glad that it doesn't look like shit. Mm-hmm. The only thing that's a little not great is potentially the lead actor's wig. I think it's a wig. It's hard to tell. Also, Dream's hair is always weird, so that just might bother me in live action.
I think it'll just bother you.
Yeah, probably.
It looks great to me.
It does.
Every single thing about this visually looks amazing.
And I did triple check. It is not set in modern day. That was a...
Thank God.
Because I thought that maybe they'd do that cringe thing where they're like, it was set in the 80s. Well, now it's set in now, but it's not.
How it's written, it makes way more sense.
It does.
Because it doesn't just intricate.
Introduce?
What's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't just...
Penis ball man.
Okay, so things that happens in the time of, like, the 50 years that Dream is gone, the more so of just that existing, that happening, explains a lot of shit that happened for us in our real time, real life, for 50 years. It makes... Neil Gaiman made it make sense.
He did, and I think he treaded very lightly on that.
And I think really
if
good.
They said, it's been an additional 30, 40 years on top of that, I think that would turn into Lamau, Dream not existing caused 9/11 type crap. And that would be disgusting.
Yeah, it would be disgusting.
So that's why I did... Neil Gaiman was also heavily on this. I think he's one of the writers, at least.
Good.
He's not just executive producing, like he's involved. So that looks good. All the characters look great.
I looked at a picture of Neil Gaiman, like in the back of that book right there, and he kind of looks like old Dream, like the comic version of Dream. He looks like Dream. It's weird.
I think they started drawing old Dream to look like Neil Gaiman.
I love that.
Me. Looks good.
I'm still tentative because it's a Netflix show. That's it. That's my only reasoning.
Some Netflix shows are actually really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure. But a lot of their adaptations are bad. The Witcher is like the only one that's like good.
Oh, so good.
I'll get this one, then you can talk about Berserk.
Oh, fuck yeah! Fuck yeah, baby! Saturday with the boys, baby! Fuck!
From Variety.com, director Todd Phillips posted to Instagram the first confirmation that a sequel to 2019's Joker is moving forward on Tuesday, including the cover of the script, written by Phillips and Scott Silver, his collaborator on the first film, with the eyebrow-raising title Joker, Folie de... I don't even know how it's French.
Folie de...
It's French. I don't care.
Folie de...
Which translates into Madness for Two, by the way.
Folie de translates into fold my dick.
That's what Jacob said was kind of what I was thinking it would be. In the same post, Phillips included a shot of star Joaquin Phoenix reading the screenplay. A spokesperson for Warner Bros. Did not immediately respond to a request for comment on Phillips' Instagram post. All right, I will soapbox very shortly, and then Collins can scream.
Here we go.
Discourse bad. This could be good. It could be bad. I have grown less fond of the other movie as time has gone on, but I appreciate it. But if this is another like reskinned version of other people's movies, I will be very upset. I like Joker. I really like Joaquin Phoenix. I don't want to talk about this. The Joker discourse is dead.
He can read Joaquin Phoenix, but he can't read Folie de...
It's French.
Yeah.
So is Joaquin.
Folie de...
Bro, it's got the weird...
Fold my dick!
I'll fold you in half, not just your dick.
Ooh, fold me, daddy.
Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm done. No more Joker talk. I'm done.
He just had his Joker moment.
Do you have any comments on Joker?
Joker.
Wow.
From... I wanted to say Morbius. Forbes.
It's not French.
Dude, this is French.
Polly can't read English. Can we expect him to read French?
Yes, I can read French.
He can read anime, though.
That's because of the titties.
Shut up! Shut it!
So really, he could...
Shut up! This is a sacred moment! Sacred!
He's right, though.
Really, he could just read Morse code.
I can read Morse code. I just have to touch it with my fingers.
Braille. It's called Braille.
No, Morse code. It's the lines. It goes... Yeah, you read it with your fingers. In your ears. From Forbes.com, following the death of Kentaro Miura... I can't say his name right. Following the death of Kentaro Miura back in May 2021, many assumed that would be the end of his manga magnum opus, Berserk. However, it seems that this is no longer the case. In a long and very thoughtful explanation from people at Hakusensha, the manga's publisher, it's clear that the Berserk manga will continue on via Studio Gaga and Kujimori. Kaji. I'm gonna butcher it. I'm gonna say Kujimori. The latter being a childhood friend of Miura. Studio Gaga was a manga production studio founded by Miura and was done so that his assistants could be included in his works under an official collective name. This effectively means that the same people that helped Miura make Berserk will be the same team continuing it. In addition, Kujimori is the only person that Miura explained the whole of Berserk's story to, including its ending. This is a win. This is a win, boys. This is a big win. Oh, I was scared. So I'm a new Berserk fan. I'm a newbie, and I came in through the movies. And when I heard that he passed, literally like a month after, maybe a month or two after I started getting into Berserk, I heard that he passed, and I flipped out because I love finished stories, but I hate when something like that happens, where something that I find to be a masterpiece or I find to be super interesting and an artist is now unable to finish his own work. But it is very good and very nice to hear that we will be getting an end. And it's not just going to be an abrupt, just smash and done and whatever, just to get it out there, just so people can say that there's an end. But we're actually getting a very good and hopeful interpretation of what Miri wanted.
Agree. How much, just pure speculation, how much do you think there is left to the story?
So, from someone who hasn't read all the story, but I know where things are, so there's 10 books out right now, and from what I've heard, there's going to be 14 more.
14
in
was
total.
the last thing that they said.
Yeah. So
But that's just getting caught up to
that's just
out.
getting that's just getting caught up to like how many like just single manga like the small books, like the normal books are.
Yeah.
I think we're either going to get a full book or we're going to get a half book, but knowing them and them wanting to be consistent with the book sizes, the 14th book will be the finisher. Because from what I heard is that the 14th book, people were worried because the 14th book was going to be big enough. But if they finish and the story is not that far off from being done, then we'll probably just get the end in the 14th.
Interesting. I feel like there might be a lot more to that. I think there might be another solid book or two's worth of stuff. Because I have no real familiarity.
I hope so. But like my brain is like, okay, so there's barely enough. People are worried about it being like half of the regular books. So that means another half would actually be suffice enough to finish off maybe like something. But since we're getting all the whole team back, I think you are actually more right about that. There's probably going to be like 2.5.
Yeah, I mean, like, we just don't know how much of the original story was left anyways, because they haven't talked about that. And it's the production has slowed down a lot in the past few years anyways, because, well, he was getting older, so it makes sense. So it's like, it would be nice if it wasn't, you know, like another, like,
80s.
Right. It would be cool if it wasn't, like, another, like, 5 solid books of work, like, that would feel kind of weird, because obviously they have a whole team working on it now, instead of just, like, a couple of people, so it'll probably be fast. It'll probably be faster than it was when it was him doing it up until recently. Mm-hmm. But who knows? What the fuck are you screenshotting?
There's a lot of hope in my heart right now.
Colin's on that hopium.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't usually happen that often.
This is true. From Marvel.com. This fall. That's not from Marvel. Jesus,
that's what I was saying.
Dude, I had woken up for 4 minutes.
That's why I was confused.
For 4 minutes.
Oh, don't judge me! I woke up 4 minutes ago! I'm not even judging, I'm just like, that's not Marvel. Don't judge me!
Colin, you couldn't copy-paste this shit if you wanted to.
Yes, I could.
No, you couldn't.
I could use my little peen head.
That's disgusting. From DC Con...
Uses it like a stamp.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Stamp.
Yeah! Just roll it in, and go.
I was thinking more like a stylist, but okay. From DCComics.com, this fall a DC icon returns, and so do the dead in DC Horror presents Sergeant Rock vs. the Army of the Dead. This story begins in Berlin, 1944. The Nazis are flanked on all fronts by the combined Allied forces, and defeat seems inevitable. In a last-ditch effort to turn the tide of the war, Hitler and his team of evil scientists create a serum that resurrects their dead soldiers, creating an army of the dead even stronger than they were in life. Sergeant Rock, hero of the European theater, and his Easy Company find themselves dispatched into enemy territory to face off against the strangest, most horrific enemies they've encountered yet, Nazi zombies. Written by the expert in battling the Evil Dead, Bruce Campbell, from Ash vs. Evil Dead and all the Evil Dead stuff, this 6-issue miniseries is an action-packed, terrifying adventure. Eisner and Harvey Award-winning artist Eduardo Risso from 100 Bullets brings the battlefield to gruesome life as the Easy Company tears across Europe. Jacob, I think you're the only one who would have any familiarity with these characters. Maybe. Do you have any familiarity with these characters?
I'm trying to find a way to watch them.
Not really. I saw a short animated Sergeant Rock thing in some freaking DC movie last year, and I was like confused why they keep trying to bring that character back, because it was mostly a propaganda character in World War II times-ish, shortly after maybe, but I don't know of any die-hard fans' favorite opinion on Sergeant Rock stuff. Like, it's so old and so outdated. I don't see the appeal here, really. Besides, killing Nazis is always a good thing, and killing Nazi zombies is even gooder.
That's fair.
I'm kind of confused. Are the zombies... Is this going to be an Evil Dead property as well, or is it just Bruce Campbell writing?
Good question. I can't tell because they're using the name like Evil Dead, but like that, I don't think that's like a trademark thing.
Because I really don't want Evil Dead fighting Sergeant Rock.
So
that's dumb.
There's 3 movies.
There's 3 movies and a TV series.
And there's a remake called Evil Dead. The Evil Dead.
Oh yeah. No, I know a lot.
Is that
about
a remake?
Evil Dead. Yes.
Yeah.
Or it's just called Evil Dead.
Yep.
Is that worth watching? Or
I
okay.
haven't checked out that one
It
yet.
set Guinness World Records for how much blood they used, because it's literally raining blood at the end of the movie.
Just watch the 3 movies. I haven't watched the...
There's a show.
I haven't watched the Netflix show yet, which...
There's a Netflix show?
It's on Netflix. It was on FX?
AMC, I think?
Whatever it was.
No way, it's on Netflix.
It's currently on Netflix, yes. It's Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Yep.
Sam Raimi, I believe, directed the first episode and then just like produced the show, so it's not as good as the movies, but it's...
you would both enjoy the show, I think.
Okay. Yeah, but no, Colin, watch all 3 movies. Army of Darkness fucking slaps.
I want to talk about the Midnight Suns trailer that dropped, talking, obviously, about the Marvel's video game coming in this fall, I think it's said. Because I linked it in the group chat, and Spencer said it looked like ass, and it obviously doesn't look fantastic. It doesn't look like it's doing anything new, but it looks kind of cartoony and goofy, which I can kind of don't mind the look of. And also, it has a couple of really cool ideas, like Possessed Hulk and Possessed Venom. Possessed Venom looks freaking badass, and I don't know, I still don't like that it's a huge team up, because it feels like they're going to try to force a co-op game. And I still hate co-op games, but Guardians of the Galaxy was enjoyable. I talked about it a couple of months ago. I really enjoyed playing it. They did a really good job making it. So hopefully it's just more of that with different characters, is my opinion. Colin didn't seem to mind.
I don't really care, honestly.
Wow. Except he was really interested in the lady with the flaming sword.
Mommy!
He doesn't even know her name, but he was like, "Who is the chick with the flaming sword?"
Yeah.
I get what you mean. The possessed characters look cool, and the visuals look fine enough, I guess. But it's like an Avengers level threat. There's Iron Man and Captain Marvel are in this. This isn't spooky anymore. It's just an Avengers game, basically, and that makes
Also,
me really uninterested.
Robbie Reyes is Ghost Rider.
Fucking daddy. Anyways.
Finally.
Oh, fuck you.
Fucking do it. Except your fucking chode cannot get past my ass cheeks. So nice fucking try.
My penis, my tuna can't get past your impenetrable wall of ass hair.
This is true.
That's the end of the news.
So moving on to Obi Wan episode 4. So we see Obi Wan go get the girl. This episode plot-wise was deadly simple. They go to whatever the Inquisitor's base is called, I can never remember. And then...
First Fallen Order.
Yes. Spooky, there are preserved dead bodies?
Yep.
Maybe they're not dead?
I was going to ask about that.
No, those
it's not
are...
None of those are recognizable
carbonite
characters.
or whatever the phrase.
It's not. It looks like it's like amber, maybe?
That's what I was thinking.
Do you guys not remember that from the Clone Wars?
Nope.
Okay, so it's either in the Clone Wars or in Rebels. And Ahsoka, one of them... Oh, it's in Rebels. It is in Rebels. Yeah.
I remember. No.
Okay,
So it's not the same thing, though, because she was dead.
Let him explain.
Yeah, okay. That's because those guys aren't are dead / aren't decomposed yet. That body was a very old Jedi, and it was very dead, but they could feel, I think it was Ahsoka, or one of the Jedis in Rebels was like being drawn to them because they thought they could feel like a force, like they could feel another Jedi alive.
Another Jedi, and then the Inquisitor's like, Lamau, get nay-nayed.
Yeah, and that's what those are. Those are definitely that.
Maybe?
They're the same amber. It's the same amber
I'll
color.
need to check that again. It looks like the containers were different anyways, but...
Well,
maybe
yeah,
it was
but
nice.
it's
I was
still the
glad.
same
I was glad
yellow.
that they didn't make any of those recognizable characters.
All
I was
right,
glad
that's
it was just
good
random.
because I was watching
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know who that is.
I triple
Or
checked.
that.
I'm
Or
sorry.
that.
They're all just
or
randos.
that.
So there. I think now that we're getting through, and there's a total of 6 episodes. I think each episode is supposed to be reminiscent of its corresponding movie, because just hold on. So
I'm trying to think.
So there is a Force Awakens art book reference in this movie, which is not that part, but like the Colin might remember. So when they were originally going through and doing all the potential artwork for Force Awakens, there was the idea of going to the underwater Death Star, like the wreckage, and there's that shot. There's an AA gun on the left, and then I believe it's the Falcon is going.
Are you sure about Force Awakens you mean Skywalker?
No, I mean the Force Awakens.
Okay.
I mean, beginning of the new trilogy, they had a lot of old concepts they were thinking of using, and going to the wreckage of Death Star 2 was always part of the plan somewhere in there. But there's a specific piece of concept art I can remember that I think there's a shot that's an homage to in this. But aside from that, there's a few really clear A New Hope references in this. So I'm thinking, because this is episode 4, and Kenobi's only in the 6 movies.
Big brain.
I don't know. There's just a couple of obviously we have Obi-Wan distracting stormtroopers, which I think is pretty freaking obvious. Like just there's stuff like that. It's nothing like super obvious. It just feels kind of A New Hope-y because it's Obi-Wan sneaking around an Imperial facility to go help Leia. Like it literally feels like watching a weird remixed version of A New Hope. But anyways,
There was one edit that kind of bugged me when he was holding the window. He's perfectly perpendicular to it, and then when the stormtroopers come through the door, he's at like a harsh angle and just lets the water go and it flushes the troopers. That really bugged me because it was a small continuity detail that's like "Nyah." That's just
fair.
annoying.
You have big brains.
so
I'm sorry.
there's I've been seeing a lot of things, and I don't want to be that guy who's like, Lamau, internet is dumb, but a lot of people have been talking about how this show feels kind of fan filmy, and I don't know totally what ways to describe that, because that gets into like cinematic language I don't understand, like blocking and whatnot. But the specific example was...
Are they saying quality or screenwriting or...
Everything. And I'm not saying... I kind of like the vibe of this show. There's a lot of this that could be better, especially some of the CG, my word. But the Anakin Vader fight in last episode, it felt like, there's that like Studio 38 fan film like recreation of like a modern version of the A New Hope lightsaber fight would look like.
I saw that.
Yeah, which is great. Obviously, it should not be put in the movie, but like that was it was a cool experiment, anyways, and it feels kind of like that.
Would you say Studio 38?
38, I think. I don't remember. It's just look up Obi Wan Kenobi: A New Hope.
Oh, you're talking about Corridor?
Yeah, the Corridor fight. No,
Yeah.
Corridor, they covered it, but that was years before
right,
Corridor
right.
started doing content. Well, did that sort of content anyways. I don't know. There's a quality to this show which makes it feel very TV-esque, and I understand why people don't like it, and I would have preferred it to be a movie, but I kind of like the almost chintziness of it. I don't know why, and I can't elaborate on that much, but I like it. I don't know. It feels kind of quaint in a way that I like.
I like episode. I like seeing Obi-Wan being Obi-Wan.
True.
I really like his newfound friend, the Imperial officer. She seems wicked cool.
Colin, say the word.
Mommy.
There was a second watching this episode where it seemed like she was going to betray Obi-Wan, and that was like a nice tension until it was clear that she was lying to the enemy, and it was like, oh, okay, good, because I really like this character.
For sure.
Wait, you guys were You guys?
No,
It was just like a split second of, oh no.
It was a
no,
well-acted scene.
He asked her to
No, I know, but it would have been a double whatever. She was like, "I'm actually a double spy," but it's obviously no. It was
obviously not.
Gay. The scene was well constructed enough where it didn't feel like it was like a joke.
Yeah.
I really like the tactical lightsaber use. I'm a sucker for I can barely use the Force and I'm just really aggressively trying to whack away like blaster bolts. It looks cool. I don't know, when he's swinging like a really, like, the lightsabers have weight now. Ugh, big nut. And he's fucking whacking away stuff and he's like only using it to like open doors and like cut through stuff. I don't know. It feels cool.
It has weight because he's not used to it.
He's still not right. He's not used to it. So I think that's a cool way to bridge the gap between the two types of sword fighting. Is Obi-Wan is so out of practice, and because that's one of the reasons why Jedi can use the lightsaber so much is because they use the Force to enhance all of their reflexes and their strength. He can't really do that right now. So it makes sense that this
stupid.
Exactly. So this it's a big, heavy, like, I think the weight would it's like 10 pounds or something, and on a stick like that, that's a lot. So it makes sense, and it's like just very, like, he's not even blocking the blaster bolts with like the tip of the lightsaber, which is what they do in the Clone Wars all the time. He's using it almost right near the hilt because it's the only part he can like control. I don't know, I like it. It looks cool. The sparing lightsaber use makes my brain happy.
I plan on doing research and making it a topic for myself soon. The same thing I bitched about during Godzilla versus King Kong.
I saw that thing you were talking about.
Yeah.
I saw it. I was almost texted you and was like...
egregious in this episode.
I don't know
it
why.
actually happens a lot in this show. And I plan on researching
It's got to be a streaming thing.
I don't freaking know, because I noticed it in the theater when I watched Godzilla.
That movie may as well have been made for a streaming service, to be fair.
True story. But it just blasts the whole screen, like, especially around the perimeter of the screen, anytime a blaster bolt flies by. And I don't know if it's just thematic, trying to make it seem like the blaster bolt is really close to your eyes and kind of blinding. I don't know if it's like a CG thing, but it pisses me off because it doesn't look good.
Now that I understand what you're talking about, and I have seen it, I seen it with my own eyes.
I seen that shit, boy.
I do kind of agree. I don't hate it as much, but I get why it's annoying if it's not done well. What was done really poorly, and it is annoying, is, oh my word, the last sequence was, the CG was disgustingly bad. That was like Attack of the Clones level shit.
I didn't notice because I was watching it on my phone, which also might be my problem with the blaster bolts, because it's a smaller screen.
That's
and it's
fair.
like the whole freaking screen is red.
Yeah,
Yeah, you big dom.
I liked the silly, stupid two children in a trench coat bit. Fucking stupid.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Stupid.
That was like, what the...
It's so
How does
stupid.
no one realize them?
It's
But I'm like,
dumb,
it's Star
but
Wars.
it's Star
It's
Wars.
supposed to be.
But just the speeders and that looked really bad. It looked horrible. But
Love how he followed it up with our stupid screaming with, I love the two stupid children.
You're welcome.
Well timed.
So we have 2 episodes left. We are officially getting into the 3rd act. So what do we think the rest of this show is going to be? Because they have Leia, and they need to bring her home. So do we think like Vader is going to find them or something? Because we obviously need an actual climax.
Yes. Also,
Spencer needs a
third
climax.
sister's gonna die. Vader's gonna kill her.
Most likely, I would prefer that option.
Me too.
I like how well they make me hate her. Mm-hmm. But knowing Disney Star Wars, they'll make it a fake out death, and then she'll have her own spin-off series.
Yeah, because like, where the fuck is the Inquisitor? Is he actually dead?
No.
Because that's what I thought.
He's
'cause
recovering.
He's not dead until...
He's dead twice. Quote unquote, basically dead, but he's fine. He's in a back-to-tank somewhere. Is there anything else you guys think we might see towards the end, aside from obviously one more epic duel where Obi-Wan probably still loses? Will we return to see Luke Skywalker receive
There has
the
to
toy
be
plane?
something to drive Obi-Wan back into exile. besides just, I did my mission, I go back home. There has to
Really?
be...
I think it's just going to be that.
That's
Maybe-
dumb, because
I-
he's survived in the outside world, and he's done kind of okay at it. Kind of not, but kind of okay. Like, he could make a pass at it.
I think I get what you're saying, but I think they've made it well enough that he is like somewhere in him he cares about other people, but currently he's so like really focused on Leia because it's the only thing he like has to do right now, and he needs to get back to Tatooine because he's like, you know, all the other, can we call them rebels yet? They're not rebels, but you know what I mean, like the rebel group. And he like they traded a life for hers, like a full grown adult like fighter for the girl. And Obi-Wan's like, who fucking cares? Let's go. Like, which felt correct in the moment, but it was, you know, because they're like, oh, this is super dangerous. And Obi-Wan's like, yeah, I don't fucking care. Let's go get the child, which valid, but like,
Yeah, it seemed pretty harsh when he said you're fighters now or something. It's like,
soldiers now.
he's been pretty harsh, and I like
asshole
that.
move.
He's been pretty harsh, and I like that. So I think
I like that.
whatever the
I like my assholes.
Me too.
I think whatever resolution we get to the Third Sister's arc and the like last conflict with Darth Vader is probably going to be enough for him to be like, yeah, I need to skedaddle. I brought the child back, and like, I don't know, like whatever Darth Vader says probably spooks the shit out of him. Even though, you know, it's probably going to be less of a absolute loss of a fight. Also, it looks like Leia is very used to being tortured in her lifetime. So that's pretty cool. Fucking, she has always been a bad bitch, so that's nice. I was going to text you guys when this was going on and make, like, I couldn't figure out how to construct the joke, but it was, like, basically, you know Han and Leia do bondage play. Like, you know somewhere that definitely happened.
Yeah, because she's traumatized, for sure.
Yeah, either one way or it's definitely a thing. Mm-hmm. Definitely cut that out and put that later.
Speaking of Star Wars, I watched the entire...
Wait.
Oh, you're right.
Colin, did you watch Miss Marvel?
No!
Colin, talk about Star Wars.
No, it's my turn.
No, yeah. It's
Not Colin. I know Jake.
wow, he got us mixed up. Dad got us mixed up.
It's the Colin part of his brain again.
Yeah, it's a little snail.
He just calls everybody Colin. He yells at them.
Anyone
like
who
a
annoys
little
me is
child.
now Colin.
Colin, stop that!
Yeah. It's so true.
Speaking of Star Wars, I watched the entire first season of Star Wars Rebels. It is a TV show that premiered in 2014. There's 4 seasons, so be prepared for 3 more reviews.
It's only 4?
Only 4?
Oh, there's more.
I think so. Maybe 5.
There's 4 seasons.
Yeah, there's 4.
Weird.
It stars a little rebellious crew. A 5-person and 1 droid crew.
Chopper's a person.
Chopper's not a person. He is a droid.
Chopper has more personality than the main characters do in season 1.
That's true. Mm-hmm. But he's still a droid. Yeah. It follows the crew going around and rebelling, doing rebellious things, and it's pretty cool. There's a kid whose parents went away or something.
They
It
died.
could be die. It could be they disappeared. Who knows yet?
But he's literally Aladdin.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, he is.
He is.
Oh my
He's
God.
designed to be.
He finds the rebel crew and is like, I want to be a rebel too. And gets some training in the Force from Kanan.
I love that dynamic because he was barely even a knight. Like, he was like,
Yeah.
he has no idea what he's
no
doing.
idea.
He is working entirely on faith. It's so great. Also a really good comic run.
There's a really cool lightsaber and not really a blaster. What is it?
It's a blaster.
It's a taser, I guess.
It's a blaster
Blaster.
set to stun permanently.
Yeah.
Because he's a child and it's a kid's show.
Yeah. I like the taser lightsaber.
I
The
actually-
light taser.
I hate that one.
I
That's
hate
like
it.
the only
I hate
gimmicks.
that lightsaber.
I like
I
this.
like the mix of tools.
I get it, but Obi-Wan would have a fucking cow about it.
Oh.
I don't
yeah.
care.
I like the spinny lightsaber go.
Oh my gosh, he'd have a cow about it and he's using guns right now.
Well, yes, but he hates himself for it.
That's
Clearly.
true.
Chopper carries the TV show on his two little elbow arms.
I love that.
It's amazing. Colin has already said that's the reason why he watched this show, and
Not
I
the
get
only
it
reason
because
why.
Chopper is Colin, or Colin is Chopper. Just
I will actually take
just
that one.
spins in circles and goes, what the fuck? What the fuck? Waving his little arms in the air.
He's a war criminal. He's killed so many people.
They're all war criminals.
Yeah, but no, like, he's like...
Chopper and R2 are like tied for most amount of kills, probably.
I
No,
don't
him and
think so.
Anakin.
Chopper's...
Anakin's like the biggest war criminal.
Well, yeah, he's like basically Hitler.
Literally.
Space Hitler.
You forgot to
Spindler.
mention, you forgot to
With
mention
spins.
Mommy.
Which
I
one is
was getting
Hera?
there.
Hera? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, also
Hera is-
coming to live action. I know I saw that.
That's what it's gonna sound like. Dude, Mommy? Green Twi'lek Mommy? Fuck yeah.
But you have to fight Kaden to get to her, though.
He's already dead.
Shut up!
That
Don't
was-
remind me. That hurt.
So the season ends with a 3-episode arc, which I really liked because it was well spaced out. And it was like, all right, I can wait a week to see the next part if I was back in 2014 watching it on TV like idiots like my co-hosts had to do.
Fuck you.
Watched on Disney XD, motherfucker.
Yeah, Disney XD. This dick.
But it was kind of weird in that arc because Kanan gets captured by the bad guys. And Hera is like, thug him, and tries to leave. And the little brat learning the lightsaber blaster thing was like, no, I'm gonna save him. And it just kind of felt weird that Hera obviously was committed to escaping and surviving, but didn't have any time to show sorrow or despair because her husband was captured.
They have a very complicated
Yeah,
relationship.
that dynamic was kind of not really shown. And
yeah.
it's pretty rough. It's not shown very often.
Season 1 is just kind of rough in general. Nowhere near as rough as Clone Wars Season 1, though. My
True
word.
story.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why I jumped into this so heavily because it feels like
They
it
learned from their
learned
mistakes.
a
Yes.
lot of lessons
Straightforward
from
narrative is
Clone
much
Wars and just made this. And it's quite yummy.
Does Ugly Yoda appear in Season 1, or is that Season
No.
2? I think it's Season 2.
We had ugly Lando Calrissian, which was cool because it was a fun story, but they did not animate him well. And
How about ugly Princess Leia?
Spoilers. Ahsoka shows up at the very end of Season 1.
Yes,
that was
she is
great.
Fulcrum.
Yeah.
Mommy.
Yes,
Mommy.
Wait.
she was Fulcrum.
She is Mommy. She's an adult. Never mind.
Yeah, she is Mommy.
I had to think about it for a minute. I
You're
didn't
such a
remember if she's an
dumbass.
adult or not.
Dude, it's 20 years later.
I didn't remember that. Shut up.
Or it's like 15 years
15.
later.
Yeah, she's like mid-30s.
Yes, Mommy.
Oh, okay, that's Mommy then.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
when she showed up, she looked like 20-something. So
It's definitely the different animation.
Yeah.
She's
style.
19
I
in the end of
definitely
Clone Wars.
liked how they clearly showed she had
17
grown.
in the end of Clone Wars.
She had grown physically. Her
Yes.
little pointy ear horn things had grown. Her little
That looks so bad. Her tendrils?
Yes.
had grown.
They're leku,
Longer.
but yes.
You're fucked up. You're
you-
fucked up. That's a child!
Do you prefer the Clone Wars lightsabers, or do you prefer the Rebels thin stick lightsabers?
Clone Wars.
Are they even comparable?
I remember Clone Wars being kind of skinny anyway.
Well, they're thinner than the movies,
yeah.
but Rebels is like
Rebels
literal
is like-
a thread.
Yeah.
But that's because that's how Macquarie originally did the concept art.
I really like skinny lightsabers. I don't like foam pool noodle lightsabers. So, Clone Wars is probably my favorite. I don't mind Rebels. I really don't like pool noodle lightsabers.
It's fun for a change of pace to have the thin ones. I think if they do the thin ones and anything else,
You got a grip. You got a mean grip.
he does.
I forgot.
He's a
I have to
professional.
be able to grab this.
Hey, he's a professional jerker offer.
Professional jerker offer.
So, how excited are you to move into the next season?
I finished season 1 on Monday and almost died because I just wanted to click next. And I had to wait a week so I didn't mess up this review.
Wait until Thrawn and Maul show up. Shit gets fun.
Wait until Thong time.
Maul.
What?
What? Thong time.
I think you mean song time.
Thong time.
Paulina.
Things in my ass.
There's always something in your ass. Colin lives with a butt plug in.
Yeah, he does. It's got a cute little tail.
In my ass.
I was gonna say a nice gemstone.
It's
but
a bunny tail, not like a raccoon tail.
I think it's a gemstone. Look at him. He is Steven Universe. He is Steven Universe. He wants to have a gem inside him.
I'm not Steven Universe.
Yeah, you fucking are. Shut up.
Okay, so I'm like the coolest one.
Steven?
Yeah.
Fine, then I'm Steven's dad.
You
don't
would
know
be
Steven
Steven's dad.
Universe.
Steven's dad is great. Steven Universe is fucking awesome.
Oh, it's so
Isn't
good.
wasn't that on TV at the same time as Ben 10?
No. I mean, technically, there's been a Ben 10 on the air for ages. No.
Yeah.
Steven Universe came after Adventure Time, so it was post 20. When did Adventure Time end? Like 2014?
16?
I just got chills.
Just remembering that Adventure Time exists.
That it ended.
Ugh. There's still
15.
movies going. Was it 15? So
Think
yeah,
so.
Steven Universe was like 2014 or 15 to like 2019, I think.
over
now.
So it's
a
way
few-
more modern than what I was thinking.
Yes.
That's why I don't know it.
Colina, what have you been doing?
Yeah, man. I think we make that joke every week.
More than once a week.
Give me a question.
Yep.
What's with that?
I haven't finished it.
Ah!
I was about to ask how you were enjoying that run so far, but
I haven't gone far.
okay, cool.
Same question. Lightsabers.
Oh, I answered it already.
What?
Yeah,
When he asked
cheap
it.
answer. Cheap answer.
What was your answer?
Thick. Not like super thick. Like Clone Wars.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Clone Wars season 7 lightsabers.
That they have.
Gotten there yet?
They have the really. Good,
They have the
glow.
womp womp.
Yeah.
They do,
Yeah.
oh,
They have the thick
that
womp.
was, they have
That's
the
the
Simon, they
best.
have the extended glow, and also they bend because of how light.
I love the bend.
the bend is so good. Sorry.
He
Wait,
loves the
Ask me
bang.
who my favorite mommy is.
No.
Star Wars.
No.
That's happy hour.
Hera.
Ooh.
It would be. Hera.
Anyways, happy hour. Shut up. Star Wars. What do you want the next TV show to be that we don't have? Live action or animated?
I don't want another. I don't think I want another show. I think I just want the shows that we have, and that's it. I think we're coming into a very. We have to tread lightly where we're going with Star Wars because we're coming to a point where there's too much Star Wars because that's a thing. We're coming to a point where it's very possible we'll get too much Star Wars. Because even Kenobi, as much as I love Kenobi, even Kenobi for me was like, I could have lived without this show so far.
We're
I
on the
haven't-
same wavelength because I was talking to Jacob about this last night, kind of.
I have an answer. It's the classic answer.
Okay.
I want freaking bounty hunters
Yes.
in the freaking Blade Runner-esque neon rainy city, like cloak and dagger stuff.
Yes.
I want bounty hunting with bounty hunters.
I think yes, but not a show, a video game. And it should be our Boba Fett video game.
I don't want it Boba Fett though. I want it like all the bounty hunters.
Oh, did you know? Did you know? Originally, the crew in Rogue One were going to be bounty hunters and mercenaries before various rewrites happened. I'm assuming that was really early in the process, but that was the
We
initial
keep getting
announcement.
teased with this concept, all the bounty hunter stuff.
There's
and
an
it just
ongoing.
keeps changing.
There is a bounty hunter comic. It's very
I
good.
know.
You should read it.
It's follow-up to
Suicide Squad.
High Republic?
No,
It's follow-up to something.
It's running concurrent with the Darth Vader and the Star Wars and the Dr. Aphra run.
Yeah, that's what
So
it
they
is,
have
Dr.
some
Aphra.
crossovers, but it's-
So the crossover stuff is like, yeah, I'm not going to jump in then because I'll just start at the
Because
beginning.
we had War of the Bounty Hunters, and then we have Crimson Reign is starting, and then there's gonna
Crimson Rain.
and then,
Crimson Rain.
and then there's gonna be a third like crossover event between episodes 5 and 6.
Is it spelled R-A-I-N? Or is it
No.
Reigan?
That is correct, as in reigning supreme.
Rain your
Like the Squadron
dick,
Supreme. One of the worst
rain
things
on
in
dick.
comics ever.
Penis and balls and dick and butthole.
All right, Spencer, what have you done?
Oh, that huge list. Hang on, I gotta check it.
Shut up. I read The Death of Doctor Strange.
Nice.
The entire event.
When did it come out?
Last year, 2021.
Whoa.
So there's a main 5-issue miniseries, and then there are 7 tie-in issues. The main issues were written by Jed McKay with pencils by Lee Garbett. And then the 7 tie-in issues were various other comics that just had a one-shot. There was one for Spider-Man, one with the X-Men, and
Penis, balls, dick and ass.
the Black Knight. What's his actual fucking name?
Smoke.
Whatever. There's one for Spider-Man, one for the X-Men. There's just a bunch of issues, and there's a lot of ones that were really weird. So the basic premise is Doctor Strange gets nadeed and fucking dies. He gets murdered in his home, and it's a mystery.
It literally says Black Knight.
Okay, it is just Black Knight.
You're my Black Knight.
Anyways, yeah. So if you read just the main story, it actually plays out kind of like a mystery. If you read all the tie-ins in order, it kind of ruins it, honestly. So yeah, the art in the main series is good to great. There are some faces and proportions here and there that aren't wonderful, but a lot of it is really good. It's very simple and stripped down, and it's very cheerful. Doctor Strange has moved away from horror for a little bit, and it's actually been kind of nice. He's also the first issue ends with him getting murdered, so the rest of the issue is like a day in his life, basically. So it's him walking his ghost dog, talking to Wong, who makes him breakfast, because of course he goes to work because currently he has his hands back. The last run before this was Doctor Strange Surgeon Supreme. He gets his hands restored. So he literally goes to work, does work, and then there's all the superhero shenanigans he does afterwards. So he teaches at Strange Academy, which is like a magic school for various sorts of magic entities, which he is the headmaster of. He, helps with all these X, Y, and Z magical threat. Oh no, there's zombies on 13th Street type stuff. And it's just a really nice, looking at what his life looks like now. And then, dies. The covers for the main book are fucking beautiful. Especially the main cover. It's great. So the tie-ins were mostly pretty irrelevant. They were about the characters the tie-ins were about, and they were only vaguely connected because some of them were like, Doctor Strange isn't around to do this thing, so this is how these characters react to it, and it's very tangential. There is one tie-in that I absolutely loved, and it is the Spider-Man tie-in. So Peter Parker is in the hospital right now for reasons I don't know. But Ben Reilly is currently being Spider-Man again, and he's trying to earn the title, blah blah. So he is given a letter by Dead Strange because he's he has a will and testament and whatnot. So basically, Spider-Man gets a to-do list. So he has to help all these different people and solve all these problems and be like, oh, you have to push the alligators back into the sewers, and you have to go feed this giant rat underground, weird Doctor Strange stuff. And then there's one, which is the end of the issue, which is really, really nice. And it's, apparently Doctor Strange visits this, I think she's a house, a housekeeper for the hospital that he just, I guess at some point had bumped into. And we follow her alongside Spider-Man doing their various different days. And the end of the issue concludes with him coming by to bring her a pretzel from work, bring her a pretzel and walk her home from work because it's dark. And it's this really nice little ending that, it's a reminder that Doctor Strange does more than just magical threats. He does do a lot of work with people, and he does pay a lot of attention to stuff. It was just really nice. There's also a Blade tie-in, which was barely connected at all, but I did really like it. Basically, not Moscow, I'm stupid. Chernobyl is basically just a vampire town now. Like, all of the vampires from the world, including Dracula himself, have been like, fine, you guys can live, but you need to go, like, live in Chernobyl because there's no one there. So, Dracula is, like, their king and whatnot. And
that.
Blade is, like, the sheriff, which is a really cool idea. All the vampires hate him, obviously.
That's fucking cool.
It's pretty cool. It's so not related to this. The rest of the tie-ins were mid to bad. They just weren't relevant. A couple of them were from characters I've never heard of before. And I really like how the actual story of the death of Doctor Strange ties into his recent runs. Like, there's Strange Academy and Surgeon Supreme and whatnot. It's actually relevant. It's built up from something. The themes and the messages are nice. Like, Doctor Strange, I'll spoil some things. Doctor Strange comes back temporarily, but it's not him. Like, he did a Horcrux, basically. He removed a part of him, like a week of his life when he was younger, just in case he died. So a version of him, basically from the beginning of his character's iteration. Like, it's the all blue outfit from 60 years ago. Comes in and has to help them. He ends up dying again. And then the real Doctor Strange comes back for like 5 minutes, but he is temporary. He knows he's going to have to leave. Like, he actually has to die. It's just a really nice thing about, like, accepting death and blah, blah. It's nice. He stays dead. He is so far still dead. Clea, his wife/ex-wife, whose memories of her marriage with Steven just came back, whatever, takes over his role as the Sorcerer Supreme. Now she's the Sorcerer Supreme of Earth and the Sorcerer Supreme of the Dark Dimension. Real weird. Some of the villains are fine. A lot of them are characters I just don't have familiarity with because they're from books I've never read. Some of them are fine. Some of them are ones I'm familiar with from other Doctor Strange stuff I've read. I will not reveal who the killer is, of course. That was actually a pretty good mystery. I don't know. I liked it. I really liked the main series, but the tie-ins really dragged it down. I would not recommend reading any of them except for the two I mentioned, and not even remotely connected to this book. Like, just read the event book, and it's actually pretty fucking good. Jacob.
How much is this book?
Oh, shit, sorry. The main book is $17 or $18. Well worth the price. Bought it at Jetpack. And then the companion book, which collects all the one-shots, is like $20. No. I would buy those two individual issues again for a couple of bucks a piece. And that's it. I don't want... That book is... I'm never going to touch the other ones again.
Dang.
And apparently a bunch of the characterizations for the characters I'm not familiar with are also bad, according to the internet. So, whatever. Don't care.
The internet can suck dick!
Or you can suck dick on the internet. Make money. Jacob, what else have you been doing?
I'm gonna take the plunge because I came unprepared. I watched the first episode of Ms. Marvel on Disney Plus.
Nice.
We had a discussion. We had a couple of discussions off air about this show, if we were gonna cover it weekly or not. And it's really tough because, yes, it's a Marvel property, but we're clearly not the target demographic. It would be like asking us to read a Babysitter's Club book, in my opinion, just because it's just not for us, and that's fine. Not everything Marvel is aimed at
Cool
20-something dudes. So, with that out of the way, it's fine. It actually is a little bit better than fine. It's really cool because apparently Kamala Khan has trouble paying attention. She's like a little Colin man, only a little bit better.
She's a lot better.
Fuck you.
She can pay some attention, but not all attention.
I can pay attention.
Actually, I think she pays less attention than he does.
Ooh.
See?
Anyway.
She got ADHD bad.
My point is, you can see her imagination. It animates on, like, building walls or on the roads as she's riding her bike or whatever, and you can see what her you can see what her imagination is drawing, and it's really well done. It's also used. This effect is used during text message conversations. They change like neon signs to show the the ellipses as somebody else is typing.
They got them emojis.
Yeah.
These kids and their emojis.
It's quite cool. That was the highlight of the episode for me, was paying attention to the background as people are just walking by because it's telling the story. The family dynamic feels like cringy comedy sitcom writing, and that turns me off because it's dumb cringy sitcom stuff, but again, not for me. It probably works for other people like Spencer.
What do you... I watch less sitcoms than you do.
Yeah, I don't watch any, so suck my balls. I only meant that as in you don't mind some comedy writing, and most of it just makes me cringe.
I suppose.
What else can I say? The effects for her superpowers is a hot topic because she's supposed to be stretchy like Mr. Fantastic, I guess, in the comics anyway.
She's an Inhuman.
And in the show, she has this weird glittery effect, kind of like Emma Frost.
It's a hard light.
In that movie where, what is it, First Class? When she's got that diamond-looking effect.
Diamond boobies.
This one has like a purpley diamond effect, so it's got the different... Ooh, can't say that word. Fissures, I guess? The different angles. And it's all glittery, and it also stretches, but differently.
It's basically just Green Lantern constructs, but look different.
Kinda, yeah.
Whatever she wants to... she did a hand,
Yeah.
but like it's because she willed to like stretch out a hand.
Try to catch
It's not 'cause
somebody.
yeah.
Yeah. So they're trying to skirt around the original character's powers, and I don't care. It looks fine. The glittery effect didn't look good with Emma Frost, I don't think.
That was 2011.
It looks the same here.
Yeah.
It doesn't look any different.
I would have
really.
preferred bad stretchy,
Yeah.
but
I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50. I honestly don't care.
are you gonna keep watching it?
Yeah, I'll probably keep watching it. How long is it, do you know?
I believe it's 6 episodes. Let me check.
So I might watch 1 or 2 more to see if it hooks me. Or even just a passive eye on it. I might miss a week or whatever. There's an after credits scene.
Oh no, they're bringing in the Suits organizations. I hate that.
Suits organization?
Yeah, it's
Guys in suits.
Kmart Special Shield.
Letter organizations. It's the FBI or the CIA. That's always where, especially their shows, really tank. Is like, oh wow, look, there's a government agency that wants to track them down. No
Yeah.
shit.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
And the scene especially was very dumb because it's like, oh, something's happening. We have to go get her. The end. It was like, that's it? There was no Easter egg even, as far as I could tell.
No.
Like, no acronym. There's nothing. No. It was just Suits saying we have to get it.
Yeah. The only thing I'll really add to that, because I also did watch it, is Iman Vellani is freaking awesome in the role. I'm not totally on board with all the writing itself, but like the actress is fucking nailing it. I don't know. She's actually portraying the age well. She doesn't come across as overly cringy. Like
good way to word that.
Yeah, like a little bit of cringe.
She's portraying her age well.
No, like she comes across as like a 16-year-old. It's like sometimes she says some dumb thing. Sometimes she blows her top, and it's like, that's stupid. Shut up, you fucking degenerate. But for the most part, like, she actually comes across as a unique character, and it feels like she's not acting. It feels like she's portraying a person, and she seems like a really cool person, like, behind the scenes, like she's a fucking dweeb. I think it was when she was announced originally, people, like, found, like, her Letterboxd account and were, like, looking at her movie reviews, like, she's a dweeb, so it fits. That's the thing that's kind of hooking me more than anything else, is the character itself. But
I was honestly hoping you would jump in and add more to it, because I sounded kind of flat.
yeah, it's fine. I don't have much more to add to it. It's like, I like it. I'm impressed that it didn't feel like a fucking TV show out of all the other premieres they all did feel like TV shows, even Moon Knight. This one feels like just a thing. I don't know. It feels good. It has more as I told you yesterday, this already has more personality visually and directing wise than all 3 MCU Spider-Man movies combined. This actually feels like teenagers being dumb teenagers, not Tom Holland in his little boy voice, whatever. But anyways. Colin, let me ponder my orb for a moment.
I have one. We talked video games earlier.
Yeah.
Do you prefer Yoshi or Kirby games?
Like actually Yoshi or Kirby?
Yeah,
Yes.
they both have their own series.
Yoshi Island, Kirby's freaking
That's not a good question.
Swallowing Adventures.
So I haven't
Kirby swallowing it.
I haven't played any of those games. Any of their games.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
I'm not a big gamer boy. I haven't played a lot of those.
Colin
Actually,
plays like 3 games and that's it.
I do not joke about that either. That's like, or it's a joke, but like it's not. I actually only play 3 games. I don't like
Valheim, Elden Ring, Minecraft.
Yep.
Halo, so 4.
Dang.
Damn, bro.
And actually, you've been letting Elden Ring slip, so we can't count that one.
Maiden list.
Okay, so yeah, it's like 3 games at a time. It's always just 3 games at a time.
Wow.
Well then.
What the fuck was that? Tried to put his finger in my armpit. Stop it! The fuck? Colin, I'm gonna hit you.
I like putting him on the edge.
I'm gonna fucking hit you. I'm always on edge.
I know, I love
Please explain to me the difference between the Grand Inquisitor castle and Darth Vader's mansion. Because
They're on different
they
planets.
look very, very similar in architecture.
Because they are very similar. So the Inquisitor building, like on that moon, is triangular. Everything Sith or like Sith-esque in architecture or in design is always triangular. Like look at their holocrons. Their holocrons are triangular, shit like that. That's just like a thing that Star Wars people like to do anyways.
It is.
But the only big difference is, from what I understand, is that Darth Vader's building is a key to the dark side well that's under his castle. Also
on Mustafar, right?
On Mustafar. Yep. Also designed by Momin.
Momin.
The specifically the soul of Momin that's trapped inside his helmet.
You're saying Momen, not Mommy?
Nope, Momin.
Okay.
No. And then the Fortress Inquisitorius is its technical name, and it's on Nur.
Yeah.
Which is
the water moon.
Water. Versus the other one is under lava. Mm-hmm. Get it right, Jacob. Although, yeah, they are pretty similar.
Because they flew up to the Fortress Inquisitorius, and I thought it was Darth Vader's castle, and then they start swimming around in water, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
They are.
That one's on a water moon.
Yes.
I didn't know the Grand Inquisitors had their own castle.
Yeah.
Fortress
Did you play Fallen Order?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Yeah?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
That's
they
where
went
we
to
go
that.
to. That's the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
That was before I knew what a Grand Inquisitor was.
That's true.
So,
Fortress Inquisitorius was first mentioned in the Darth Vader run in 2018, and then it premiered in Fallen Order, and then it's kind of appeared a lot since.
well, there you go.
There you go.
Yep.
Blah, Fortress go burr.
Fortress Cooper.
What? Hold on. So I read Shazam to Hell and Back, which is a 2021 miniseries of 4 issues, and also includes the 2 Shazam Future State issues. So Shazam has a well-known trepidatious comic history that's all over the place. Whatever. Basically, right now, there's Teen Titans Academy. The Teen Titans, the old ones, are old now. They're in their, like, maybe 30s now, whatever it is. They run a school. It's like Hogwarts, but for superheroes. And that run is crap, but the concept is cool. And Shazam, because the boy is, like, 16 now. Billy Batson, next Robin, am I right? Dead joke. he goes to the school. So it was written by Tim Sheridan and pencils by Clayton Henry. It starts off in the academy. Then Billy Batson makes friends with some random kid from the school who has more relevance in the Teen Titans Academy run. They go on an escapade to hell for 5 minutes. That was kind of cool. And like both comic universes, DC and Marvel, hell, every time we see it is different and always has different rulers and whatever. And there's different hells and different layers to hell and different Satans and whatever. The teenage stuff was fine. I kind of liked it. The hell adventure was the highlight. There was just weird stuff. Like, they're like candy booths. Like, it was like an amusement park. It was weird. And then this ties into like I said, the Teen Titans Academy run. It's like its own little... The boy that the other kid that Billy Batson hangs out with, whose name I don't even remember, is like half angel, half demon. He might bring up about the apocalypse. He's like the Antichrist or whatever. But he's like a cool, chill dude. They go visit his dad, who is not Satan, but he is Satan. It's weird. This is very disjointed stuff. And then eventually they get, Billy Batson / Shazam gets trapped in hell. He meets a young version of Black Adam called Black Adam Jr., who's like young. It's weird. The Rock of Eternity gets like sunk into hell. So there's weird time crap going on. And it's basically all set up for a different, not event, more like a crossover, and also future state stuff. And then I read the future state stuff, which is really, really discombobulating from the rest of this because it's technically relevant. Basically, Raven brings about the apocalypse. And that's about it. It's barely cogent. This stuff was pretty fucking rough. The art was nice, and it was not. I like Shazam. I like the character, but wasn't a big fan of this. Tim Sheridan seems like a chill dude, but I haven't read anything from him I've really liked so far, so kind of disappointing.
What did you spend on it?
$15. Bought it at Jetpack. I just got the trade. I'll keep it on my shelf. Maybe I'll crack it open to look at the art. I would have bought this for like a few dollars, like the $5-10 rack. It's a small trade. I don't know, man. It's that like looser binding that DC's been doing lately, which I kind of like. It makes the books look bigger than they are, but it means that you don't have as much gutter loss because they're not so tight. Like Colin's.
You don't like
my Badussi?
You don't like
No, you
tight
just have
binding?
bussy. Shut up.
I have a Badussi.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
What the fuck does that even mean? You have bussy.
How do you not know? You can't say I don't have it and not know what it means.
But
you can't
explain
assume shit, Spencer.
Colin, I've seen your ass.
You can't assume shit.
Colin, I've seen your balls.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I have.
Why do you keep telling people that? I don't even remember you seeing my balls. How drunk was I? What did you do to me?
Nothing. I left you alone. And you're like, I'm gonna take my pants off. And I was like, okay.
You didn't see my balls. My underwear is still on.
No, you did not have underwear on for a minute.
I don't remember that at all. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't believe you.
Did you see the scar?
No, thankfully. I don't want to see the scar.
I'll show you.
No, you won't. No balls.
Literally no balls.
Literally no balls.
That is the end of our show. We are wrapping our season 2 up very quickly.
Yes.
The end is nigh.
Running towards a cliff.
Yes.
Very quickly.
And then we will jump headfirst into season 3.
Oof.
Which will probably be the end of our existence.
Probably. Either we'll all be underwater or we'll be dead.
We'll mention the Act-Man and then be taken off YouTube.
Relevant. Yeah, so thanks for listening. Feel free to please drop some interaction on whatever platform you're on. Like, comment, subscribe, blah. Ah! Colin slapped my upper titty. Ow. That's more like just like my collarbone.
Not the lower titty.
No, not like the actual titty. That was like the collarbone. That was weird. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram for updates and various other tidbits. Colin, stop assaulting me.
For more tidbits.
A big thank you to our partners at Jetpack Comics and Games. They are fun. They let us put up posters and harass them and ask them all sorts of stupid questions and trash talk them on air. It's fun.
I'm going there after this to get Swamp Thing Green Hell #2.
Oh, that finally got out?
It came out last week.
It got delayed a lot.
I was locked up in my house because I had the sickness and I was dying to get freaking Swamp Thing.
Anyways.
But I get to guess one thing to do.
Shut up.
Come on, get down with the sickness.
I'm gonna...
Did you guys see that video I sent you?
No. And also a big thank you to our patron, Jeff Lawrence. If you want to support this show financially and also get some cool rewards, go to Jetpack...
You dumbass, you bald fuck.
I'm tired. Leave me alone.
I'm tired.
Go to patreon.com/dimecomicbros. We have a few different tiers. You can get your name shouted out every episode, as well as get some cool sketches done by Colin Man, the little baby man. As well as get stickers whenever we make them, all the updated designs. You get early access to this show, our second podcast, Dime Gaming Bros, where Jacob and I go over gaming stuff and whatnot, as well as exclusive segments like random clips when I go on weird diatribes that no one wants to hear. We put those on Patreon, as well as the other podcast we do, Dime Comic Bros Happy Hour, where it's mostly us either having business meetings or Colin talking about Natalie Portman. Random stuff, personal drama.
Like to talk about
it's mostly
Natalie
me
Portman.
talking about that. Shut up. It's true. Weird personal drama. It all goes on in Happy Hour, even though I don't think we've ever done one drunk. One day.
Not drunk, but drinking.
We've
Yes.
done one tipsy.
You were tipsy the
You've
one
been
time.
tipsy a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
It was, like twice. Yes, tune in next week for a Rambles episode. We're just going to be talking mad, crazy shit, hopefully somewhat relevant to comic books.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it's been
I don't think
half the season. We had like 3 in the first half. It was a lot.
Really?
Yeah, it was a few.
I know we had several in the first season.
Yes, there were a lot then.
But
Because
I don't remember the last time we had a legit rambles.
It was about 6 months ago. So it's gonna
Dang.
just be some weird shenanigans. We'll talk about Kenobi episode 5, some more reading and watching. Maybe I get to bang more crap off my list. Maybe we can do 3 topics next week.
Bang more crap.
Oh my gosh.
That's disgusting. Thank you for listening. Come back next week. Bye. Get out of my house. Everything.
Dad, why does other dad have a big marker and I have a crayon?
Colin, everything's bigger than your pee-pee.
Oh, fuck.
Cock and ball.
Jesus.
Oh, that's freaking cool.
I feel like you're over-exaggerating that. Stop. Get out of here. You disgusting cum mouth boy. No, it's going to be that.
No.
That's final. It has to be.
No.
Comics in my ass.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Colin, I'm not uploading that.
Yes, you are. Morbid Mormon.
Colin and I just touched toes.
I'm gonna grab your toe, boy.
Oh, I'm trying to stretch.
No stretching for the weak. The fuck?
I'm freaking hurting, dude.
Me and my softball. Ooh. Yeah, you are such a dad.
You hurt myself and you're laughing at me.
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh at you. Oh boy.
How would you like it if I hurt you?
Hurt me harder, daddy. I am. Wow, I am retarded. I just can't help but say stupid shit.
That is true, and it's only gotten worse as you've gotten older.
It has. I remember growing up in church. I would make poop jokes a lot because I thought that was funny. And my pastor at the time, who's a fucking dickhead, and I never want to hear from him again, always was like, "Yeah, you probably shouldn't be doing those poop jokes, or you won't be saying those jokes when you're older. Look at me now. I'm talking about scrotums and penis, and the best of all,
Please don't say it.
foreskin."
Stop it.
I
think I'm determined that Colin's obsession with foreskin is because he's jealous.
No, okay, let's be real. It is because I'm jealous. I am so jealous.
back to the poop jokes though. I was at work and somebody kept farting and he kept calling it shitting in my pants. So all I could hear
cocked in my pants.
was Colin singing, I'm shitting in my pants.
I'm shitting in my pants!
Every single time this guy said it.
You know what's so funny?
Next season, we're
get-
so getting an adult content warning.
I don't understand what it is, but for some reason I have embedded that into like all my friends' heads. Because like whenever some people come over, some of my friends, they just like sing it under their breath. I'm like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah,
Why?
because it's sticky.
I don't even know where
And
I don't even know where I
nice.
got it from.
You sing
I'm
it.
shitting in my pants.
I mean, when you're not screaming it, when you're just singing
No, you
it
gotta
in
sing-
your
you gotta
childlike
scream it.
voice, I'm shitting
I'm
in my pants.
I'm shitting in my pants.
That's exactly how it should be. It's beautiful.
That's how it should be.
It moves people.
I'm
it
shitting
moves
in my
people.
pants.
For sure.
It's moving through my testicles.
Welcome back to the Time Comic Bros podcast.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down.